I don't know. This ship's sweet. Man. Wow. 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 Hey, Callias. Robo Jumper. You're gonna have to stop downloading things, Robo Jumper. Is the obvious takeaway. Alright. Let's send out the pew pew pew. You want Zoltan on engines, human weapons, Mantis floats. We are quadruple basic laser, and that's generally what's happening right now. It's a good starting salvo. Man! God. How do, like... How does Dolphin Chemist work? How did he win 15 of these in a row? Like, Sector 1. Okay. I get how he gets, like, Sector 5 with the ship and, like, wins from there. Because once your ship is really good and does what you want it to do, you can beat up pretty much everything in the game, I think. But, like, Sector 1 is so hard to consistently beat without running into huge amounts of trouble. Dolphin Chemist has a free weapon button. Well, I have a free weapons button too. Mine doesn't cause me to win for some reason. Yeah, Marty Barty. You don't even, like, need to roll a garbage ship, though, Lofies. You can just, like, go to the first jump of Sector 1 and die. Like, they hack your shields and have 2 beams, and you're like, oh, I'm dead. That's a pretty good salvo. They want to give me 5 fuel and 8 scrap. I think we have to take that. I'm gonna try to be better about accepting the high scrap rewards, or high fuel, high scrap, I should say, rewards on surrenders in the early sectors. FTL isn't known for being merciful with RNG, and it hardly gives you anything to minimize the RNG either. Yeah. You just have to make no mistakes and go from there, I think. I might just play Sector 1 non-stop for a while. Do you guys like the rest of the game? You guys probably like the rest of the... I probably shouldn't do that. I think if I were not at all interested in being entertaining, though, I might just play Sector 1 over and over and over and over again until I was beating it consistently, because I just don't feel like the other sectors are as hard. I feel like you have to learn, like, every event. And understand which jumps are safe and which aren't and stuff like that. I'll have plenty of Sector 1. Yeah, that's true. You've always been of the opinion that Sector 5 is the toughest. I guess it depends how often you want to win Sector 5 too. I feel like if you're coming into Sector 5 with a strong team, it's not that bad. A strong ship, a strong team. But you're not always doing that, I suppose. Find Sector 1 to be more boring than difficult. Oh, there is so much you can do about getting RNG fucked into Netkraken. Those fights where you're RNG fucked in Sector 1, those are the fights where the little micromanagey tricks you have available and meta knowledge and stuff like that is most relevant in the entire game, I think. Like, I lost to a fight with... Was it Pulsar? No, it was a solar flare fight with boarding while they were shooting an ion pulse at my shields too. Like, there were so many micromanaging things that I could have been doing in that fight that would have turned it from terrible into still bad, but like not run ending. And the fights are variable. It's not like the flagship where it's always the same pretty much. Well, that was certainly a salvo. With pauses, it's a lot easier in Sector 1. Yeah. Whoa. I never actually powered my oxygen. Yeah, that's important. This is the pew pew gun ship, Redneck. Wasting about 14 seconds or so switching to burst laser 2 and charging it wasn't that great. Should have just bum rushed the clone bay and bio killed them. The mind control wasn't as huge a deal as I made it out to be. Eh? What I wanted to do was shoot their mind control down, then shoot their clone bay down, then board. I didn't realize how strong their weapons were. It was the thing. Just played it wrong. Gotta take the NG, right? He's got an NG for repairs. Throw him on shields right now, I think. Because class is already almost weapons 2. We wouldn't want the NG on piloting. And the engines for the Zoltan make good sense. With Russell crew members, you can just board the clone bay and instantly lock it down. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this sort of stuff that you're saying, Lofi's, is why I think that just playing sectors 1 and 2 would be really good for me. Because I don't think this stuff matters quite as much usually in sector, like later sectors. If you think about the level of difficulty of a battle, what I want to be playing constantly to get better is battles which are very, very difficult. Like I'm on the weekend of what can possibly win. And like I scrap through them. And I just don't get that in sectors 5, 6, 7, 8 that often. Because I've already died if my ship sucks. So maybe I could get to a point where my bad ships were reaching sectors 5, 6, 7, 8, and I was getting those fights in 5, 6, 7, 8. I sort of had a run yesterday that was a lot like that, but usually I'm getting those fights in sectors 1 and 2 still. And my late game ships are just absurd, usually. Which again, I think is probably because my early game ships, which aren't really good, are just dying. I guess we're going rebel controlled. I don't really want to be forced into a nebula, so I'm going to go the bottom row. Although it's lots of reds and no greens. It's okay. Yeah, booty! Putty? Booty? Putty? Am I going to do a War of the Chosen challenge on stream anytime soon? I did one. I didn't think it was incredible. I haven't done another. Playing the early game and nothing else over and over usually burns you out of a game. I don't like playing the late game of games. I usually enjoy the early game a lot more than late game of pretty much everything that I play. How do I feel about a match or two of War of the Chosen multiplayer at some point? XCOM multiplayer. We can do it. Maybe this weekend. I'll have some beers and do it. It's a thing I am professionally interested in, but obviously I play the game for single player. I feel like my 1A, 2A, 3A is okay. Oops, I missed 3 that time. I played piano for like 8 years as a kid. I feel my piano chops coming in useful. for that button sequence. Also, apparently I stopped practicing at some point because I'm not very good at doing it reliably. You have yet to get in any War of the Chosen multiplayer matches. It could be cool to like use the new units in multiplayer. It could be fun. Could find out what the new units actually do because I don't really know. I just kill them every time I see them. Late game of any game is kind of annoying because that's the part where the human player is snowballed and won but hasn't technically fulfilled the win conditions. That's often a problem with games. Games which have like continuous strength, like Civilization or Faster Than Light or XCOM. It's not a problem with something like a side scroller like Cuphead. Cuphead doesn't have that problem. Cuphead has, you know, different mechanics which don't run into that. I think a lot of that isn't always even that late game's bad, but that humans don't keep playing the games where it's close. So they like only reach late game when they're miles ahead because they got upset that they made a mistake earlier or something and stopped playing that game. I feel like a huge number of games of Civ, for example, are winnable, but people just sort of throw in the towel early and then they don't get an engaging late game because they gave up beforehand. And then every time they do get a late game, it's really easy. Got a sector map. It's a lot of fights. I think I'll take this market. The priest has mind control and stasis. Can it cast stasis on... Oh yeah, cast stasis on enemies. Wow, that's absurd. It does feel really annoying to fight uphill from a clear disadvantage that you could have avoided. I agree. Something like that. Go 3 at piloting. Got an emergency respirators augment, which would have saved my Zoltan and crew a couple of runs ago. There's another one for you. There's a weapon pre-igniter here. Damn. Okay, well, we're not getting the pre-igniter. 4 jumps to get to here. We could take this jump, then asteroid there, distress here, and pretty much out. I think the usual way that you softlock Beast is have your guys like in the med bay and all the oxygen's gone and you can't run out of the med bay. It's a little bit less sci-fi horror story. Well, no, it's still pretty sci-fi. I want to buy the fire beam right now. That's why I'm still here. I still have a burst of 3 and I start getting bio kills. It's 50 to get another power, though, so I don't actually still have a burst of 3. Every time I've ever done this, it's been terrible, so I'm just going to assume that it would be terrible again. Let's keep going. Archons don't really deal damage, right? The only time I've ever played XCOM 2 multiplayer, I just felt like things dealt too much damage, and it made the game not very interesting. I don't feel like Archons actually deal that much, though. What can I say? I'm the best. It's a 3-power weapon, which gets to shoot twice. As often as a basic laser. So it's not actually good. It is something that we'll upgrade to if we don't find better stuff. We'll upgrade to it somewhat soon, because 4 shots starts to get a lot worse than 5 shots. Around about Sector 3. Flak? Intruders? Alright. Kill the entire fucking ship, why don't you? Good. Yes. Okay, that was not the best dealing with boarding ever. The ship falls off in power pretty fast if you don't find anything. I think a problem with this ship is that when you do find weapons, you're having to throw away one of your basic lasers. So the upgrades that you get don't, like, really do as much. And it costs a lot. It cost me 50 to get another weapon power. You just, like, need a little bit more oomph, I guess, to get your weapons going better. That was a time for auto fire. I still... Yeah, it was, but I still really like manually firing my weapons. Remember the Codex exploit from release. So do I. It was terrible. It was really, really unenjoyable. Sitting on 126 scrap. That's a lot of scrap. I'm gonna get a little bit more. Let's buy a weapons buffer right now. Get a little bit more and then put the laser charger online. It will work for ice cream. How you doing? I'm not actually very good at this, it turns out. That was okay-ish. I didn't shoot 3. Fuck 3. Three. I played one with a sectopod once. Yeah, it wasn't the best. 3 again. I want one more fight so we can get a reactor power as well. Heal them and offer assistance. Damn, that's a good trade. So this should charge to 2 shots when all of the other ones are ready to fire the first time. I think it's weird that the Kestrel B has the same color as the Rebel Alliance ships. How does anyone know you're a Federation cruiser? Your transcodes are wrong or something like that. We did not get a crew. His ravings were too concerning. Okay, these guys, is that a fire beam drone? Oh. Please stop. Oh, that's their clone bay. I just shot their clone bay. See, this is what I need to practice. You want to give me 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 14 scrap. They're about to be dead. I don't know if I will accept surrender or not. I think not. Okay, we gotta be sort of quick about this. I think I'm alive? It's a little bit hard to tell right now. Yeah, we're alive. I knew that they were about to die. I was just sort of interested in the 3 fuel. That's why I was considering taking the surrender. Onward! Good. Good. Just want to give me 4 fuel. I have 10 fuel. The requests for people... I think I'm gonna have to buy it at some point. I'm okay with that offer. Alright. Could there be some extra context for the generic lines near the bottom? It seems like people don't really know what to fill in there. I liked the meat factory cited line that you guys had. Meat factory cited. This is 7 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, that doesn't work either. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The fools flew through a pirate-filled sector in their haste. Oh, the fools. What fools? What fools indeed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your cockpit lights up with warning signals. You're being targeted by a nearby ship. The distress call was a lure. It was a ruse, a trick, a trap. I've become a much brighter wizard because the sun is... Fuck the sun. The stress call was a lure to attract unwitting ships into weapons range. You prepare a fight. They have some ion stuff and a beam. It's a pike beam, right? This doesn't look like a very intimidating weapons loadout that they've got going for them there. Not accept surrender. And they're all dead. We could be going for bio kills against these, I guess. It's a thing that I could be working on. Okay, I feel strong. immediately run into an event where my weapons, or engines rather, are offline. He's too strong. Another mantis would be really nice to deal with borders. However, I feel like we're spending money. Yeah, I think we're spending money. We're gonna get like hacking, mind control, cloaking in the store pretty soon, and want to have some supplies saved up. Good night, Revo. Sleep well. This has been an incredible amount of Zoltan shields. Take the cargo and head to its original destination in search of a reward. Dun, dun, dun. Cloaking. Sort of scary fight. Double shields. This is the first ship where I really feel like the charge laser is a big deal. Really fucking like my oxygen today. Like, oh my god, they enjoy killing my oxygen. Good. Hey, completely. How's the space racist murdering working out for me? My crew has members of many different races, and all of them are treated equally. Well, I don't know. I keep asking the mantis to like bite people's heads off, I guess. Maybe I am racist, after all. They're treated better than equally. They are allowed to excel for their own purpose. They come to the ship with their own skills and talents, and they cooperate to form a society which will probably die on the next jump in an ion storm, but is also egalitarian and post-egalitarian. Gender is a construct, globalism invisible hand economy, interest rates. I'm training to be president. Do you guys think I'll do you guys think I'll get there? Not much point in cloaking if the enemy can just fire a full volley on you as soon as you uncloak. Cloaking stops their weapons from charging, though. Surely you're past globalism in a spacefaring society. Yeah. We have surpassed globalism. Today, Ooh, Zoltan homeworlds. I've just killed so many ships with Zoltan shields. They're probably gonna look at me a little bit funny as I fly around here. Can't say I blame him. Can't say I blame him. To be honest, it's about time we had a wizard president. One of these jumps gives me a quest which gives me Zoltan shields. It's not this one. When should I get shields 3? Oh, good. Ion pulses. I like those. Oh, they hit my weapons. For 7 years. And my doors while things are on fire. We okay? I think we're okay. Oh my god, they hit my weapons again. Me and Ion Pulses are not getting along super great today, not gonna lie. Okay. Why are my weapons down longer than their weapons? How is that fair? I will not accept surrender. You're fucking dead. I, like, am so done with Ion Pulses. I am just so done with these. Cool. Cool mechanic. Fun mechanic. Alright. Ouch. Long-range scanners is nice to have going for this quest. Yeah, I always wish that I had long-range scanners. At all moments, I am wishing that I had long-range scanners. Always be wishing. AB... W. We're gonna wait patiently until the Ion Pulse doesn't hit our shields and weapons at the same time so that we don't die instantly if we jump into another fight. Wow, okay. I think the problem is that I don't have enough systems, actually. That was a really good jump. Okay, Hello's back. Hey, Bejuvie, how you doing? Probably should have jumped away after the first Ion Pulse took out both my shields and my weapons. Possible. Likely? Possible. I have found a lone survivor. Join my crew. Charlie, hello, welcome. Yes, very good. We want you on shields, I think. NG goes to sensors right now. Found a market. Why did I have 3 shields and Zoltan shields? Did I, like, miss something? I don't know. When did we reach, like, Sector 17? Is that where we are at the moment? Maybe we are. Good salvo. Good salvo. I'm gonna actually overcharge. At the moment, at least, we are safe. Nice. Yeah, as long as we keep their heavy laser dude offline, we're good. Well, that sure hit once. Because Zoltan sectors are garbage. But Zoltan shields. What was my other option here? I don't think I had another option. I think this was a forced jump, yeah. Generally, I'm going to go to the Zoltan homeworlds unless I feel like my ship is really weak, because Zoltan shields are so good. Offer to hire him for 40 scrap. I'll take a third Zoltan. You presume I would work under your command after such a display of prowess? Prowess? No, I must decline. Very well. No Zoltan for us. Let's hit up the wizard market. Clone Bay drone control with the wrong sort of drone and a crew teleporter. Got a pike beam here. I think a pike beam. I think that is a worthy upgrade. Let's make sure there isn't another store immediately. Nope. We have... We're only actually going to get 3 jumps because I mismanaged navigation, I think. Or we can go here, 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 here. Okay, we can get more. Yeah, I think I'll buy a pike beam. Another point of weapons. Sell this guy. It's a hell of a lot of weapons. So what we're doing now is taking 5 laser shots to clear shields and pike beaming the important stuff, and we are hoping that we do not get screwed while charging up. I do have max weapons, which is probably worth something. Why are Zoltan shields that good? Big things they do, they stop borders, mind control, and hacking while they're up. And they have 5 hit points. They also stop missiles from piercing your shields and hitting systems. That's like about it. But if you pair Zoltan shields with a good offense, you can often kill things without having to worry about things like hacking or boarding or missiles crushing your systems, just because the enemies can't output enough damage to actually break your shields. I may want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when displaying prowess. No. They can display as much prowess as they want. I'm okay with it. We did not get Zoltan shields, unfortunately. Okay, so how exactly does this work? We wait for like 3 charge laser charges, probably. And now we go 1, 2, 3, that. That's okay, Salva. One, two, three, that. could dive for a market. I think that's okay. We have another nebula jump if we want. Hi. Oh, my oxygen is dead. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't open all the doors because they immediately killed my oxygen. Yeah, Clash of the Titans and now have every faster than light achievement. Good work. Internet Kraken. I do as well. I downloaded a save file with all of them. No, I didn't. I downloaded a thing which lets me mod a save file so that it has all of them. It was quick and easy. Pretty painless. Fuck me. Holy fuck, those are lethal. Jesus fucking there's just like 4 mantis on my ship right now. Like, what the actual fuck? I hate this game sometimes. Okay. Oh, they're still here. Down a couple of crew, no big deal. Should have vented. Yeah, it's difficult to like, I mean, you're right. I should have like had a guy on doors and stuff and vented and whatever. It's really difficult to work that out fast enough for it to matter when 4 mantis are attacking your weapons. Like, you don't have a lot of time to make that decision, and you don't really get to see what's coming on that event because you don't get a moment to look at the enemy ship. When the mantis board in. I guess that's why you go doors early. Having a cloning bay would have been nice as well. Alright, well, it wasn't a great Zoltan sector. We did get a pike beam. We're like still in it pretty well. We want to be able to get some of the bigger systems, hacking, cloaking, mind control. I also want shields 3. We have to work out how to prioritize those things without long-range scanners. That's... Alright. Hey, Nagati Knight. I feel like every fight I take is in some horrific circumstance. Yeah, like this, for example. Okay, currently we're alive. Their weapons are still very, very strong and still charging and shit. We're getting good dodges. There's a safe jump, not that we know of. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I'm just gonna jump like this. Don't walk that way. Did that go off? I think it did. It missed or something? Alright, never mind. We're good, we're good, we're good. Game has just been, like, absolutely crushing me today. Yeah, Vijuvie. Vijuvie, my humanity is slowly being drained by solar flares, ion pulses, and asteroid fields. Also by a boarding event where you run into a ship with boarding as well and just have 7,000 things on board with you. Anyway, overall, A+ game, would recommend to a friend. It really is a very good game. That. Missile launcher is still online. Ow. I died to the fire, killing my shields. You thought I was Advent the entire time? Yeah, I'm a human aligned with Advent though, right? Game is hard. The Kruos! Flying wedge. Yeah. We have hacking, clone bays, chain burst laser and ion stunner. We have 3 crew. Does anybody still even want to be our crew? That run was disgusting. Robo jumpers on board for this one. FTL Snowman considers it a win because nobody died. Well, that comment was old. Vijuvie once on board. You're on, Vijuvie. Good luck. We haven't been doing super well lately. I don't know. So I mismanaged the fire on the shields there for sure. I feel like I played it okay. Could I have gone... I didn't have to go for Pike Beam. I can't think of anything else I could have done which would have saved me there. It wasn't like I was seeing stores with cloaking or hacking. I feel like how I played it was okay. Do you want the Lenius on piloting maybe? And the human on something? Like weapons? The engines and weapons are oxygen free because the Lenius absorb oxygen. They don't need oxygen to survive, and they'll take oxygen out of rooms that they're in. You shit talk the game all day? Do you really, Pajuvie? You seem so chipper and upbeat about everything. We have a clone bay, so we can actually do the giant alien spiders event. RoboJumper has been eaten by giant alien spiders and cloned. Congratulations, RoboJumper. Might as well keep the doors open. I don't know how I feel about that. There's no real chance of a bio kill, I don't think. I might be a Lanius because I take your breath away. Aerofleur, are you today? Because you're a 10 out of 10. Shields buffer, weapons buffer, what do we do? Let's go shields buffer. The first engines is super cheap, so let's grab that too, and we can turn the oxygen off, juggle oxygen a little. 8 jumps, let's get over this way. Holy crap, you heard that pickup line yesterday. Well, yeah, I'm like West Coast time. If I could offer a single piece of advice for your first Legend War of the Chosen attempt, what would it be? Rangers and shard guns, Darth Pander. Rangers and shard guns. Start with a Templar and use him to, well, I don't know. How good are you at the game? Just do whatever. Someone browses Reddit. Absurd entropy. You think I get my pickup lines from Reddit? Come the fuck on. I wrote that pickup line after I read it on Reddit. Just desync those weapons. Nice shooting. The enemy ship is trying to escape. Well, I have bad news. I have a chain laser and no other weapon. But it did charge up because we've been sitting here for the last minute or two. Oh, the exit beacon's fucking trash. That's not... I didn't realize that. Okay, so we're losing 2 jumps. Overhearing... overlooking the sector and working out my jump path is something that I suck at. They've tried to shut down our engines, but they remain barely operational. That's fine by me. Continue. Kill these. And aboard. I just let them shoot a weapon. Not super proud of that. So, the way that I play War of the Chosen isn't actually that easy to do, I don't think. I think there are easier ways to play Legend War of the Chosen, which will win basically all the time. The reason that I do what I do is that Templar, like, it's just the fastest way to get 100% kills on everything, basically. Templar gives you 100% kill on everything in the early game, and Rangers with shard guns give you 100% kill on, like, Lost and other things. Very, very strong. However, if you go Templar Ranger in War of the Chosen early, you'll be pulling extra pods a lot if you don't understand how the map's laid out and where pods will be. Or if you do, in my case. And so that can get you into some tricky situations. You can instead go lots of Grenadiers, and I think that works pretty well too. I don't know, I've never done it though. I've never done anything other than what I do. Autopiloting? I think the chain weapons are pretty bad generally. You definitely start with Guerrilla Tactic School and Resistance Ring. Those are your first 2 buildings. I assumed that we were looking for like more intense commentary than that. I don't really know though. I don't know how to tell someone how to play War of the Chosen, or I would have YouTube videos about it and stuff. I can give you platitudes, but they're not really very interesting or useful, I don't think. 3-1 scrap for an NG, or we could take him by force, perhaps. Hey, I almost got my weapons shot. That was fun. Oops. Yeah, I'll take an NG. Can just man shields for right now. We're down to 6 drone parts. Haven't really gotten anything to write home about out of this sector 1. What have I gotten? Like a very low amount of scrap and nothing else. And an NG, I guess. The NG is nice. Rian Ferreira. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the good ship suffocation. I don't think that going ring before GTS is very good. I think it delays your squad size for an extra mission. But it doesn't really matter. Like, it either way is fine. Oh. Yeah. We'll go this way, I think, so we don't have to take another nebula. So basically, to win War of the Chosen, we need to hire Steve to play it for us. That's not what I'm saying. Sorry if it came off like I was saying that. What I'm saying is, like, you can win War of the Chosen however the fuck you want. It's not that hard once you work it out. There's definitely a learning process, so you have to work it out. But once you work out what you have to do, there are, like, a ton of different strategies you can use to do it. And the stuff you have to work out is very, like, minute stuff that I can't really just, like, tell you as a general rule. Like, you have to find out what happens if you fail this mission, or how fast is the Avatar project, or what's the research path that gives you something strong, or what do covert actions do, and which ones are good. You have to work out things like that, and most of them are pretty easy to work out, but you have to work them out, and like the first time through you won't know, and there's a little bit of experimentation. And then once you've got it done, you like snowball into an unkillable death machine and win the game. Pretty much no matter what strategy you're using. So I can't like tell you, oh, use this strategy, because all the strategies work as long as you know what you're doing, basically. Skyven, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Really want to sell all of my drum parts for scrap. Wizard market. I wish I had money. I do have emergency respirators, I believe, that I can sell. This could give us a bit of money. It's trying to run. It cannot hurt us. So we're going to just try to focus down engines. And if it starts to get away, we'll have to decide whether or not we're going to hack them. Looks like that's not going to be an issue. I could have hacked shields early, but I don't think it actually makes sense. Probably does. Probably doesn't actually make sense. It's RNG exactly when the supply rate happens, and it's also RNG whether or not you get another engineer. There are lots of RNG elements to exactly when your first 2 buildings finish and when the supply rate happens and stuff. But I don't think the first covert action is that important. I think you only get like half an extra covert action out of the resistance ring, and it's just not that big a deal. So that's why I've just been going guerrilla tactics full first. You can also get squad size like really early, like on day 12 or something. So you can get more missions with... Yeah, but that... Well, you can. Just want to desync these weapons. And they never threaten me again, basically. I wonder if we can bio kill here. They're gonna give me 5 missiles, 2 drone parts, and 9 scrap. The 2 drone parts are interesting, but we do get drone parts from killing ships. The 5 missiles we don't really care about. The 9 scrap is very low for Sector 2. I think I'll say no. Just haven't worked it out. You keep getting your clock cleaned. Once you work it out, Talbotic, like, I think a lot of people go into the game assuming that it's well balanced and like they can use whatever soldiers they want and they'll be really good. And it's just not. Like, Rangers are way stronger than the other classes. Templars and Reapers are very, very extremely strong for different reasons. And like, you have to use them for the right reasons. And if you do that, your soldiers are so much stronger than your soldiers would have been if you're doing other stuff. I think Grenadiers are really good. I don't know, I haven't tried. But this is stuff that you'll work out when you work out like what the problems are that you need to solve and start thinking about how you can solve them. I'm gonna buy a flak 1. That could just be like, that could be my sub alert or something. I'm gonna buy a flak 1. I'd dig that. I'm gonna hold on to the Ion Stunner. It's possible that I'll end up still using it. I think we're okay for fuel. Obviously, we're okay for hull. And I don't really want to buy drone parts. I'm gonna buy a little bit of fuel, just so we can take the quests that have ships asking us for it. Go out of your way to not abuse Templars and Rangers. Sure. I have tried to play with the other classes like a little bit, not a huge amount. I honestly don't know what it does when I hack their drones. Still don't know. I guess I'll never know. Alright. Wait, here we go. No, it's broken. Does it like turn the drone off for a second? Does it make the drone fly back and like shoot at them? Maybe it makes the drone like shoot at borders on your ship for you. I also go out of my way to abuse Templars and Rangers, Dunksinski. I don't know about abuse. We could just say use. I use them. Turns off the drone with a chance to make them explode. Repugnant! Arm the weapons! See what they used against me. Around my sensors? Gonna go ahead and auto fire flak and let flak 1 take the wheel. Might go to the bathroom. Yeah, be right back. Unfortunately, Black 1 is so powerful that it killed the enemy ship before I even had time to like get out of my chair. So, I knew while in the bathroom that my ship was safe. It sort of diminished my fear. I wonder if I get a power bar. So it does round up. Or it's just weird. I'm pretty sure that means it rounds up. So we probably want to have odd reactor power while we're in nebulas. That sounds too forceful. It's sort of nice to have odd reactor power while we're in nebulas. I should have been charging my chain laser, not my flak. We can send our crew in a shuttle to help put out the fire. Graffin is gone. Graffin is back. Welcome back, Graffin. Let's turn on the rest of our stuff. My main tactical problem is that I end up not correctly predicting enemy movement and getting flanked. That's not even about not being good, Darth Panda. You're beating yourself up when you shouldn't be. The enemy movement is, like, they just have a simple list of rules that they follow, and then they make those moves. So that's just an experience. That's not being good. If you play for another few hundred hours... It's such a ludicrous thing to say. I have played XCOM 2 for over 2,000 hours, though. So, like, there's nothing about me being insanely good at video games or anything that lets me predict that stuff. It's just I played the game for 2,000 hours. Like, now I know what it is. Yeah. Are these the guys I can let run away and they give me a weapon? Most people would consider inexperienced equals not good. They're very different things, though. You understand the distinction I'm making, though. Like, okay, maybe most people think inexperienced equals not good, but... yeah. It's not like... Like, I'm never going to be good at basketball, but that's because, like, I cannot jump and my eyesight's sort of bad, and I have no cardiovascular fitness, and like I'm actually physically bad at basketball. Whereas if I wanted to be good at like speaking French, I'm not currently, but I could learn to speak French pretty easily. There's nothing limiting me doing that. I don't think there's anything limiting you learning where units are going to move and stuff like that. That's not like you're incapable of doing that. It's just a matter of practice. I have exactly 2,522 hours in XCOM 2. According to Steam. Yeah, the Steam number is dumb. The Steam number counts like when it's open overnight and things like that. But there isn't a different one to use, so... The Steam number also doesn't count when it's being played offline. French is a wonderful language. French is a bullshit language. Arafleur, your name is French, right? I'm confused. Boreman, welcome aboard. Let's go to doors with you, I think. I still don't have shields 2, but we're only in sector 2, so maybe that's okay. You're a French teacher. Je voudrais un pamplemousse et un verre de vin avec le bœuf du chemise. Chemise? Chemise? S'il vous plaît. I will attack the ship before it can attack me. I know exactly how this galaxy works. God hacking is good. It is just brutally unfair how good hacking is. Hey, they still got to shoot. Okay, good. Nice. Doesn't this make me to be the pirate? I am the pirate. I am the Dread Pirate Steve. Start a game, first sector, ship drops a pre-igniter. There you go. You won, I think. I'm pretty sure that means you won. Let's see where we're going. Pirate controlled, mantis controlled. I think I would have said mantis controlled, but then there was that incident with the 4 mantids on my ship, and now I've changed my mind, I think, and want to go pirates. I feel like pirates have lots of Zoltan shields. I feel like mantis have lots of... Well, they have the same amount of borders, probably, but... Yeah, I'll go pirate controlled. I'm gonna grab more shields now. In that case. I said I'd like a shirt steak and a grapefruit, Aeroflare. I don't know what a shirt steak is, but I was running out of vocab. That face one, Dunksinski. Ouch. Oh, fuck. Should have charged the flak, I guess. Ooh, their weapons just got hit. That's nice. Wow. My oxygen not turned on. Hey, we did it. We did it! We hit them once before the asteroid field killed them. That was a humbling fight. Are they dead? Good. Yeah, that was a good one. Woo! Yeah. What is the special thing about this ship? It just has Lanius crew, I think, is the main thing. Lanius crew drain oxygen from the rooms that they are in. Like a potato in a shirt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is, Aeroflare. I don't really feel surprised, though, that you were confused by what I was saying, to be honest. Stop. No. No, try to hit instead of miss, please. Ow. You want to give me 5 fuel and 12 scrap? I'm pretty happy to take that, I think. 5 fuel in particular sounds pretty nice. We're getting toward the point where I'm worried about it. Most life forms drain oxygen from the room they're in. The lanius just do it faster. And they don't, like, need it to live. French writing is okay, but pronouncing is hard as fuck for you. I am a pretty woman? Is that what you just wrote, Aloha Snack Bar? What's a mariposa? A punch in the throat, perhaps? Butterfly. Butterfly. Yeah, okay. Is that what it means? It's like slang? I'll believe you. I'll believe you. Sounds right to me. I see no reason not to trust you. You are, after all, somebody telling me something on the internet. 8 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5, 8.5 or something. We'll go this way. That's both wonderful and harrowing, Talbotic. Thank you for sharing. You can always share. I think we'll hack this. Oops, I should have done it faster. But then we want to target their drones, I believe. But perhaps if you stopped killing me. Eh? Eh? Maybe? It's a thing to consider, is all I'm saying. I think we're all right. I think we even have oxygen in some of the rooms. So yeah, with 2 Lanius on your crew, you get into very odd situations where they're actually suffocating your other crew members, and you're meant to like micromanage that and play intelligently and things, which is basically a death sentence for me. Yeah, it does need full quotations. Double quotes, whatever they're called. It needs those things. Oh, they don't have... What? Thought their shields was cloaking. It does look sort of like the moon. And the moon is sort of hard to see. Especially during the day, I don't know. Could be. Who's dying? Back in business, guys. It is no moon. It's their shield system. Looks like a moon, though. Ooh, are you guys excited about the latest Star Wars trailer? I'm not very much, but... I don't know. I have perhaps unreasonably high expectations for the Star Wars franchise. Including, for example, it not becoming a franchise. I feel like the trailer spoiled way too much of the movie. I think trailers do that now. They try to be the movie over the course of, you know, 2 minutes. That's what gets people to go watch the movie, apparently. This would leave us one short of buying a burst laser 2. So we're gonna have to sell this guy, I guess, or this guy? I mean, this is so much worse than a burst laser 2. Go like that. We got the weapons set up. There's another store which we cannot actually go to, I don't think. Hollywood was a mistake. That's such a like... I like that because it sounds like you have agency over the creation of Hollywood. Well, not doing that again. Oh god. Star Wars, ugh. I should have just hung out with friends that night, I guess, instead of creating the film industry. What's going on? Where are they attacking? They're attacking my hacking. That's not cool. Speaking of hacking. It's a reference to anime was a mistake. Yeah, but it's like, it's better when you say Hollywood was a mistake, I think. Anime was a mistake sounds like... sounds like borderline racist, discriminatory, looking down upon another culture to me. Hollywood was a mistake sounds like you are an immortal who had a really rough night and ended up making like the worst mistake imaginable. The clone bay is quite a lot better. Like quite a lot better. Like miles and miles and miles and miles better. Alright, so next up is an NG controlled system, but I'm not going to be playing that one today. I am going to be shutting the stream down now and throwing a host over to Beegs and Jam at twitch.tv/Beegs and Jam for Dungeons and Dragons. The quest to find the Tome of Doom and Sorrows and Split Parties continues this week. I will have a new character that I am playing. His name is Inspector Javier. Inspector Javier. And I'll give you guys one spoiler. He has a magnifying glass. He does have a magnifying glass. I spent all of the gold that I was allotted as a level 3 character to buy one magnifying glass. So that's what he has. Also some like rations or something probably.